first song that I'm gonna suggest you listen to this week comes from Bjork, and it's her track, Alarm Call. Now, any Bjork fan will tell you that the Homogenic record was when things really started to shift for Bjork, as it brought an overall more full and aggressive sound than we'd heard previously from her, but it worked in a very good way, and Alarm Call is damn near anthemic. The way that the beat plays across this track is outright addictive, and the rest of the sonic landscape is actually a bit more restrained than you might expect coming from Bjork. Along with this, the vocals are quite clear and linear, which is another departure from style for Bjork, but it all works together in superb fashion. Alarm Call is just one of those songs you have no choice but to fall in love with. Go spin it right now. The next song I'm going to recommend you listen to this week is Until the Real Thing Comes Along by Fats Waller. There's simply nobody quite like Fats Waller, and he remains one of, if not the most important figure in music history. Whether he was singing a somewhat silly ragtime style song or delving into what would eventually become the jazz sound, all of his recordings are absolutely essential, and this is one of his finest. The slow sway to this song has a classic beauty to it that's rarely been equaled, and in many ways, this song defines exactly what it means to play a love song. The melody, the vocals, everything here are just fantastic. Check it out for sure. Third on your playlist for this week needs to be Blood by Pearl Jam. The first two records from Pearl Jam are damn near flawless, and this is one of the tracks that gets overlooked for no reason at all. The guitar work on this track is insanely good, and it really shows the band leaning more to their hard rock heavy metal side. And Eddie Vedder's vocals are as close to the term unhinged as he ever got. There's an aggression and a tension here that the band really never found anywhere else, and for that reason alone, you need to spin it. Another song I'm going to recommend you listen to this week comes from Mac Lethal, and it's the track Know It All. I've said many times before that you need to know Mac's entire 11/11 record, and this is one of the highlights. All across the track, Mac Lethal is calling out tons of different hypocrisies within society, but he does it with his biting, sometimes sarcastic style, and in the end, it results in a fantastic hip-hop track. The beats and the melodies here are excellent, and if you don't know this one, you have to change that this week. The final song I'm going to suggest to you comes from The Doors, and it's Soul Kitchen. This is absolutely my all-time favorite song from The Doors, and it comes off of their flawless debut record. There's this groove and this stutter step that quickly separates this song from the rest of the band's catalog. And in some ways, Jim Morrison is actually more controlled on vocals than you usually find him. This has that usual musical arrangement that you expect with The Doors, but the keys seem to bounce here like never before. You need to play this one a lot. Trust me. So those are my suggestions for this week. Be sure to check back here every Sunday for more music recommendations, and be here every day for all the music news, reviews, and knowledge you'll ever need.